In the Orange Bowl, it's Northern Illinois and Florida State, MAC versus ACC. Sam.
In my opinion, there's no reason why NIU should be in this bowl. They've only beat one ranked team this season, and that was a MAC school, and it was Kent State. They lost to Iowa, a 4-8 team, in the beginning of the season. They're just not that good. They got a BCS Bowl because of how the rankings turned out, and it was very lucky. Florida State also a great speed. They got great speed on the defensive side of the ball. Their offense has struggled at times, but when they're going against NIU, there's really no reason why they should be stopped. I got Florida State. They should dominate.
I think it's crazy that Northern Illinois is even in the BCS. Georgia and LSU would pummel them. I hate the stupid rule that says there are only 2 teams from each conference allowed in the BCS. In my opinion, this is no contest. Their only loss is to Iowa, and Iowa's the worst team in the Big Ten in a down year. Florida State wins by 30.
The Rose Bowl's in the Coliseum, right?
No, it's in the
UCLA listing. Yeah, Coliseum. Yeah.
The Rose Bowl in the Coliseum, Wisconsin versus Stanford. Sam, go.
Well, here's the deal with this game. Wisconsin is really they came out firing in the Big Ten championship game against a Nebraska team, beating them 70-30. But here's the key: Brent Bielema left suddenly. Nobody really saw that coming. He went down to Arkansas, took the coaching job there. I heard Marcus Ball come out on ESPN and said he went there because he wants to win championships. It shows no confidence in his team. I just don't know what Wisconsin's going to do in this game. You don't know who's going to be coaching them. Marcus Ball is a great player, don't get me wrong, but I just think Stanford's defense is also very good. They have one of the best defenses in the country. This game could be close if Wisconsin comes out and wants to play, has something to play for since their coach left them and everything. They have something to prove, but I just think Stanford's going to be a little much for them.
I got Stanford in this one. Brent Bielema leaving. We saw the effect that took on UC a few years ago when they played Florida in the Sugar Bowl. Then again, look at what Stanford's defense has done here. They stopped one of the most productive offenses in the country in Oregon. I don't think Wisconsin's offense is even on the same level as Oregon. I think the Stanford offense will put up enough points to win this game. I go with the Stanford.
Now in the Sugar Bowl, Louisville led by quarterback Teddy Bridgewater against Florida. Blaise, go.
I just think this is the SEC again. The Big East is having a down year. Everyone's trying to leave. I know Louisville's already signed up to leave the ACC, but I think this is Florida, no contest. Florida narrowly missed the national championship game. I think this game's going to look a lot like the UC Florida game did a few years ago.
Yeah, if I was a BCS committee, I would have tried to put Louisville and NIU in the same bowl game. Louisville just really isn't that good. They came out in 2 of the last 3 games of the season. They lost to Syracuse and Connecticut, 2 of the worst teams in the Big East. Louisville has a banged-up quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater. We don't know how healthy he's going to be in the game. And Florida's straight good. They could possibly be in the BCS championship game, and I think they could beat both ND and Alabama if they came out and tried their hardest and played good. But Florida's offense and defense are way too much. They're gonna win this game big.
In the Fiesta Bowl, Oregon's high-powered offense will take on Kansas State and Colin Klein. Sam, go.
Well, I really like Colin Klein. I think he's one of the best football players in the country. He plays his hardest, and he's really fun to watch. However, Oregon has one of the fastest teams in the country, and Kenyon Barner and DeAnthony Thomas. Kansas State has a pretty good defense, but not that much speed. Oregon's going to have no trouble winning this one.
I also got Oregon. I think Kansas State's had a great year. I think they've been good. But I think Oregon's offense is just so high-powerful, and they're going to take down Kansas State. Even though I do like Colin Klein, I think he's a lot like Tebow, and I always liked Tebow. But I'm going to give the edge to Oregon.
Now the BCS National Championship. Alabama, a one-loss team against Notre Dame, undefeated for the first time in some time. Who do you think will prevail in this, Blaise?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I don't think Notre Dame's getting near enough respect for this game. Most people are just saying it's SEC, they're going to romp them. If you look at Notre Dame, they have an SEC-style defense. But I do agree that I think Alabama will win this game. When you look back at the Stanford game, when Notre Dame and Stanford played, Stanford's running back Taylor, big bruiser at back, had a productive game against Notre Dame, and I think Lacey of Alabama will be able to do the same thing in this game. And of course, Alabama's defense is very stout too, and they should be able to stop Everett Golston, the redshirt freshman, from doing much on offense. But I do think the Irish deserve some credit in this game. I don't think this will be a blowout in any matter. Stephon Tuitt, Manti Te'o, they've been solid all year. And on offense, Theo Riddick and Sierra Wood have been great at running the ball all year. But I got the Tide in a close game.
Well, let me start off with this. ND has put out close wins this year against Pittsburgh, Michigan, Purdue, BYU, and a good Stanford team. Those are 4 of the 5 teams that shouldn't even, a national championship team shouldn't even contend with. They should just dominate them. Granted, they do have one of the nation's best offense, and I respect that. Manti Te'o has had a good year, but I don't think it's been Heisman worthy. And now let's talk about the Tide. The Tide have one of the best offensive lines in the country. Lacey at running back, he's a bruiser. He's going to be able to run right through Manti Te'o and the Irish defense. Everett Golston, freshman quarterback, he's not going to be enough to handle the Tide's pressure all night long. Bama's been in this position before. They've been in the national championship game. They're ready for the big lights. And BK and the Irish just aren't going to be ready. I got the Tide in this one.
Well, I will have to agree with you. I think this is a big factor in the game. Alabama's offensive line is massive with Barrett Jones up there leading the front, and that's why Notre Dame's been good all year. Their front 7 has just been bigger and beat down everybody with Stephon Tuitt and Nixon and Lewis Capron Moore. But this time, I don't think it's going to work out for them.